their rafts blessed, the athletes go out for final training. Joni and Leslie already have one win each, but the competition is still wide open, so all the girls know just how crucial winning the race will be. On the other side of the bay, Anna, the other athlete with a win under her belt, tests the water to see if she'll be fit enough to compete tomorrow.
It's a very strange feeling. It's not the usual feel you get when you try and pull a stick back. I think it's just getting used to that feeling and then working around it. I'm kind of not twisting my body as much when I'm rowing. I'm really relying on my arms rather than my core. I definitely think I should give it a go. I definitely think that I'm okay to give it a go. Yeah.
But with so much at stake, some of the others are getting a little suspicious.
The Anna situation, I think we're all kind of confused about how we should feel about that. I think it will be suspect if she's 100% tomorrow whenever she couldn't walk yesterday. But c'est la vie, it is a competition and I'm acting as a competitor now and not a friend, and maybe that's not the right way to go about it, and probably isn't the right way to go about it. I should be looking after her and whatever, but when it comes to competition you do get a wee bit more cynical about people's motives.
You can definitely tell it's competition time. The tension in the air is a lot thicker. People are starting to get their game faces on.
And Alex is going to have a bigger oar, which I thought was an unfair advantage.
If Joni's not happy with a paddle, then Joni should go out and get like a bigger paddle. That do you know what I mean? I'm totally cool if she wanted to change her paddle.
While the other athletes are whinging, Anna's out rebuilding her boat with her house dad, Absalom.
He's put the bamboo so that it's not kind of all crooked, because what's supposed to happen is supposed to be a bit of a dip, so that the end comes a little bit out of the water, whereas before I was going into the water. He's just my number one man. High five.
You know, all of us have got stuff wrong with him, so I guess to modify it is fine, but to change it completely, you know, I think it's a bit unfair. But tomorrow is race day. Excited, nervous.
It's the morning of the race.
If I can physically hold the oar and pull, then I want to be in that race. I probably won't come first, but, you know, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down trying.
I really want to win this challenge. I feel like I can. I felt like that about every challenge. Why am I going into a race thinking I'm going to lose?
I'm just going to go out there and just give it 110%. Anything endurance really wears you down. It's going to be hard just to sort of mentally go, no, carry on, don't stop.
I didn't take part in one challenge and I've come twice second, so it gives you that burning desire to try a little bit harder and push yourself a little bit more.
Is there any more boats to come through?
I'll not stop, I know that much. Whether I drive through faster and harder than the next person, I don't know whether that's going to happen, but I'd like to think that I push myself to as far as I can go at least.
The girls will be racing against 25 of the island's best female rafters. It will be a ruthless test of everything they've learnt. After leaving the mangroves, the athletes will head out of the bay into the open sea and follow the coast towards the furthest headland, 12 grueling kilometres away. In this battle of strength and willpower, there'll be nowhere to hide under the fierce Filipino sun. As the girls leave the mangroves behind, Anna pulls away into an early lead.
In my head, there was no point pacing myself with my stomach as it was. I was just thinking, just do what you can, get as far as you can. It's you and your raft.
Anna's shot off. I don't know what she's been eating, but I wouldn't mind some of that. She, left us for dust.
Alex has a game plan too.
So hopefully poodle on along, and then when the time's right, I'll start the generator basically.
I know what I'm capable of, and I feel like I can do it, and I'm starting to prove it to myself.
Coming out of the bay, Anna continues to power away at the head of the field. Les and Joni are just behind her, with Nat and Alex bringing up the rear. But despite her good start, it's not all plain sailing for Anna.
I think the pain's egging me on, because the sooner I get there, the sooner I can get out of pain.
I was really nervous this morning. I'd put a lot of pressure on myself. I missed an event, so I really wanted to do well in this one. Les and I were probably head-to-head kind of for most of the bay, and then the wind came and the waves came.
I am tiring because I'm trying to keep upright because the waves just sink me completely. My boat is sinking at the back.
After 5 kilometres and 4 back-to-back competitions, the athletes' bodies are starting to give up on them.
The injuries start to play on you after a while because your whole body gets so tired. So every little kind of weakness that you have throughout your body all starts to come out. My biceps starting to give us some twinges, so I'm just hoping that it lasts the distance really. It's my main concern.
My back and bum are numb as you like.
No matter how hard you paddle, you just never feel like you're going to get there.
Yeah, I've got cramp in my right leg. I might just stop for a bit. I've got cramp everywhere.
I've passed out in pain in a bit. Feels like the pain's growing. I counted, I just kept my mind on anything else but the rowing and the pain.
Our girls may be feeling it, but their superior fitness is starting to hurt the local rafters. And our athletes are beginning to overhaul them.
You see me? I feel like the Black Widow.
The girl in front of me was a local, so I was looking at her and then sort of going past her, and then I was looking at the next local and then steaming ahead, and then that was my sort of tactic for it.
I'm having it.
After an hour and a half of relentless paddling, the girls have still only covered a little over 8 kilometres. Anna is still out in front, but she's really hurting. And now they must battle the current too.
I ain't falling in.
Natalie is now well behind Alex and is seriously struggling.
I was just steering that way and the waves were pushing us that way and I was falling off. I don't know how the other girls do it.
Come on, Boaty, you can do this.
Chasing after Anna and Les is not to Joni's liking. She knows she needs to put in a surge to improve on 3rd place, but it's not all going to plan.
started getting a bit of frustration and anger taken out in the sea, and tried to really use that to get my way back towards the girls again.
Fuck off!
Out in front, Anna still has the lead. But for how long?
Well, my stomach's an agony. I'm feeling nauseous. Ow! Jesus. I didn't know how far I could go. I just thought I'm going to give it my all for as long as I can.
Body's starting to hurt now. Back's seizing up, legs are cramping, hands are blistered on top of blisters.
Finally, after 10 kilometres, Anna gets her first glimpse of the finish line. But stroke by stroke, Joni and Leslie are closing the gap.
As soon as the water kind of calmed, I really went at it.
Anna's over there. I can see the beach. We're just going to get to the beach. I'm seeing the beach. I'm seeing Anna. I'm like, I've got energy. Like, I can do this.
In the Brazilian log running, Anna led for much of the race, but Les cruised past her in the last 500 metres to snatch victory from under her nose.
I've been had running by Les before. I kind of got so far in the race and then she got me at the end, so I was thinking, oh, but is there a silent raft behind me ready to overtake? 5, 6, 7.
Is history about to repeat itself?
Is it? 8, 9, 10. Oh, fuck.
With 1 kilometre to go, it's getting tighter and tighter.
It's basically when it starts getting tough, that's whenever I can start nipping at their heels. I just paddled as hard as I could. There was no chance I was going to stop.
7, 8. Holy.